Hello, hello, my dashers. Happy Mother's Day to all your mothers out there for your kids and your fur babies as well. They are included part of the family. So happy Mother's Day to everyone. Um, Let me just start off by saying that, of course. Um, yeah, I had a wonderful conversation with both of my children, both my daughter and my son. And so it was a nice time to just connect with them, and I can't wait to see them. I will be going there up to Rhode Island sometime mid June. So, oh, Rose, stuck with me, lady. LOL. Nah, never stuck. We're part of the family here. Hey, Tim, how's it going? On time. Whoa, dude, scaring me now. And there's good day from Australia. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Graham, and to all of the mothers out there with not only kids and fur babies, but happy Mother's Day to you. I've been celebrating it by actually taking the day off. It has been a crazy 2 weeks, you guys. Oh my goodness. I cannot even. Hi, Stacy. Hey. How is it going? Tim saying hello. Yeah, it has been really, really, really crazy because got some huge, big news on two fronts. All right. So the first big one, as you know, last week I told you that my um, Sticks and Bricks was up for sale officially. It was on the market for 2 days. Two. And we got an offer above asking price. What? Yes. So they locked it in. And this week has been crazy with, you know, checking my house for minor repairs and things like that that I would have to do. A building inspector came, an appraiser came, everything like this. And it's a good, viable offer. So I'm really happy to say that it is under contract and, showed proof with a pre-approval letter that from their bank that they're approved for it. So I will be out. Closing will be at the end of the month, May 31st. So I will be out of my Sticks and Bricks. So that is one huge thing that has been crazy. There's Rose putting all the links for everybody. Yay! Yep. In 2 days. 2 days. And it was like 12,500 above asking. So I'm okay with it. Above asking prices have not, been very prominent within the last year, according to my realtor. So we had a couple offers that were going to come in, and but the person who purchased the house wanted to lock it in. So they went above asking, and of course, and it had proof and showed proof that it was a legitimate offer. And so I signed the contract. So yeah, it is definitely under contract. Nothing is final until, signatures happen. But yeah, as far as closing, but May 31st is our closing date. And apparently this person is noted for closing before the closing date. So hence the reason why everybody was laughing at me when I said, I was packing everything as if I was moving out, because they're like, no, you just have to make it for picture ready. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I know when this house goes on the market, it's going to go quick. The location I'm at, I'm a corner lot. I have a lot to offer in this house. I know this is going to go quick. And sure enough, in 2 days, It did. I had 5 showings, and 2 of those showings were the person who purchased it. So, yeah. Can you believe it? I still can't. So the sticks and bricks have sold. Yay! It's under contract and, pending closing. But the building inspector's already been here, the appraiser's already been here, everything is moving along. And literally I have been and I had my garage sale yesterday, just only on Saturday. And literally from the start to the finish, oh my goodness, we gave away so much stuff. I only made like $350, but I was giving away like, a 6-person tent for $20, I mean, literally, I was just giving things away, and they're like, "Oh, you just want to get rid of it." Yeah, I do. Yeah. Things I'm not going to need. But I did find something interesting that my mother had. I'm a huge mochi. I like mochi, and that's basically sweet white rice pounded into a little dough ball. And you can make, daifuku, and you can make. I usually have mochi with miso soup. I used to have that as a kid. And so I found my mother had purchased a mochi maker. So I'm like, oh, I'm keeping that. Come to find out, it's like a $400 machine. I'm like, wow. Didn't know that. Mom never used it. The things you find in the house when you're going through stuff. Oh my goodness. But yep, 2 days on the market, and yada who, it is pending. Well, it's in contract. It's under contract, basically. It's not pending anymore. It's under contract. So, sticks and bricks is pretty much sold. You had time to research. Oh, yeah, Rose is asking. Yeah, I got to speak to your grandson. Oh, nice. That is awesome. Family connections. It's Mother's Day. I have to agree. It has to be the sensor or the receiver. Sweet, you got, yes, more than we were asking. I know, right? I'm not going to complain. I am so not going to complain. It was, like I said, I knew it was going to go quick. So for me to get out of here in less than 3.5 weeks, it's not going to be an issue. Because I did have everything already boxed up. The majority of things. Yes, I still have things in the house, but that was so I could live. I have my shampoo and stuff and my, shower accessories and things like that. That all is, towels, 1 or 2 towels, but everything else has been either, boxed up for donations or boxed up for moving. So I already knew that it was going to be quick. But for the past 2 weeks, people, I have literally been, oh my God, I just have been going out of my mind. And the fact that I'm still losing my hair from all the stress. But happy to say under contract. So it's no longer pending sale. It is under contract. So yay! 1 down. Now, you guys ready for the second one? Oh my gosh, you guys are not going to believe this. Don't be greedy, mate. Dasherville got its building up this week. Yes, it got its building up this week. I am not kidding you. There she is. That is basically the building right here. And this is the garage door. It's a 10 by 10. I do have to get a garage door and an installer for it. But I have a single door with 2 windows here. And then I also have a back porch. This is 10 feet by 30 feet. I have a double French door back here with 2 windows here. And as you can see, it is covered. So if it rains, I've got a nice little covered area. I'm going to probably put my Texas Star right here, because I have to take that with me. Here's a little close-up of the details. They did trim out all of the inside and the exterior. So I have the nice trim. Now, later on down the line, I will probably be sealing this up and then adding drywall. But for the meantime, it's fine where it's at. But this is a nice 10-foot patio right here. So I'm loving that area. Then I've also got, this is the interior. So as I said, it's going to be a New York loft for a while. I do have to get spray foam insulation done. So the insulation, so all of these girders and everything will be hidden. I will have the electric, I have to put shims on it so I can put drywall up. When I do that, I will be putting electrical outlets in, fans, and so on and so forth, get a mini split. But as you can see, here's the front door right over here with the 2 windows. And then here's the back patio with the 2 French doors, and then another one here. So this area, these 2 windows are my office and studio. And then from this beam forward to here, to the side of the door, is going to be my living area. And then this is my kitchen and bathroom area over here. I'll have a bedroom right here and a closet right over here. And then this part will be the garage, which is there. So this is where Fuzzy will be parked. And then I'll probably have a workbench right here, but this is 15 feet by 30. But the door opening is 10 by 10. So that basically is what is going on. Oh, you don't even see it, huh? I hate when this thing does this. Can't see anything. Yeah, goes figure, right? I'm going through all these thinking it's going to be like that, right? Let's try it again. So that is the front door. And then we will do, I have to switch slides because I don't have my extra monitor. So it's not liking me too well. So let me just go to this. All right. And there is, let's see, and there is the back porch that I was talking about. So over here is basically they had trimmed out everything. There's a 10-foot overhang here. So I'm going to have my Texas Star right over here. I'm telling you, this just thing loves. So my Texas Star will be right over here in the trim. Just love it. Y'all can see it, right? Holy Batman. Y'all can see it, right? Give me a thumbs up so I know it's working. Hey, I'm trying here, guys. You know, I didn't bring my extra monitor out, so I can't. Usually I have a double monitor that I can switch between screens, but now it's making me switch between tabs, which is kind of crazy. Oh, thumbs up. Good. So this is the back porch part of it. So that's the double French doors and the 2 windows that are there. Yay. Okay, let's see if I can get to the next one. Makes me want to stop presenting and then I got to re-present it. Can you believe it? It's crazy. So the next one is let me see here. Okay, I showed you so inside, share. This is the inside of it. So it's going to be a, New York loft, guys. So right now there's going to be no walls, no anything. I'm going to have the spray foam insulation here, in the ceiling and everything else. And then when I put in my lights and my drywall and things like that is when I'll have a ceiling fan in here. But the first thing is the spray foam insulation, because with a metal building and the heat that we have here in Texas, it will sweat and therefore it will rain inside. But if I have the spray foam insulation, it won't. It'll stick to the metal and it will, basically insulate it, and I won't have to worry about getting the inside wet. So when I will also be sealing this concrete flooring here, I'll probably stain it to make it look like a nice pattern and then epoxy it, and then I will start moving in my stuff. It is big. It is big. It is 30 by 40. This specific space right here is 30 by 40. And that's 30 feet wide by 40 feet long. And then I have a 10-foot extension for the patio. I wanted the enclosed patio because if it rains, as some of you know, I have the bad habit, so I never smoke inside my house. So I do it out on the patio. So I have a covered patio here on my Sticks and Bricks that I absolutely love. So I decided to bring that to Dasherville. So that is what's going on. And let me show you the garage area, which is really kind of cool. At least I think it is. And go back here, and there you go. This is the 10 by 10 doorway over here, and Fuzzy will be here. Now, each one of these sections is 5 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, and it is 12 feet high, 14 at the peak. And this is, as you can see, this is the bathroom kitchen area. That's all of my plumbing already put in. This is for electric and plumbing into the house. Will come through here. So it is kind of nice. 1,200 square feet, 30 by 40. Yeah, 30 by 40, 1,200 square feet. So right now, the house that my Sticks and Bricks is 1,300 square feet. So it's just a little bit smaller, but it's not cramped. And it's definitely a good size. I mean, especially for me and the 2 dogs. So I will, like I said, I will seal up all of the concrete. So let me go back to that picture. So all of this concrete, I will have it sealed. I'll probably have it stained first and then seal it with epoxy. And then like from here, see 5, 10, 15. So this is 15. From here to here is 15 feet. That is my garage space. Fuzzy's only 8 feet long. So all this is going to be a workbench area and storage. And I'm also, because it is 12 feet, I might even put a loft in there for storage. Who knows? But there's so many possibilities, which is kind of great, Looking awesome. Congrats. Yes, it finally got built. I mean, Mother Nature was not nice. She was giving us rainstorms, flooding, it had to dry out so the crew could actually work and do all of that. So it took a while to get this up. I mean, it kept getting pushed back for like 3 weeks because the ground was too wet to work around. And I had put in pine needles down around the perimeter about 3 feet each, 3 feet all the way around. So mud wouldn't get in on their boots while they worked and so on and so forth. So I did that, and that was kind of good, but it was crazy with the weather here. And finally we had like 4 days where it didn't rain. So then they went ahead and started the building. And I have pictures of the whole process and everything else. So it was great. Rose Rose giving the links. Thanks, Rose. I kind of see like minimalist approach, but the toilet would be a bit hard to use at this stage. Yeah, I would think so. The best part is Fuzzy's contained. So, I mean, I can live inside the van, open the van door and, and still live inside the garage. I have my fridge, I have my stove, I have my toilet, I have all that stuff. I can put a composting toilet, a 5-gallon bucket in there, no problem. It's not like I don't do that in the van now, so it's not that big of a stretch. I could, set up my my van shower in the shower area, whatever. I don't have septic set up. I don't have electrical in there yet. I don't have water in there yet. So I will be living out of the van until I get funds coming in where I can start doing some of these things. But until then, it's going to be a work in progress. But the building is up because I still got to pay for the spray foam insulation, and I still have to pay for a insulated garage door with installation. So that is my last expense where I can actually move things in. I can buy a dehumidifier and, a couple of dehumidifiers, and once the electric will come in, of course, because I do need something to plug into Fuzzy because she will be indoors now. Thank you. Because Texas heat ain't no joke. That Texas sun on on Fuzzy is no joke. So I am looking forward to her being inside a garage. Yay. Hey, Donna, welcome. Love it. Well done. I'm excited. I mean, it really does look like a home, and I'm really excited about that because, it's everything that I kind of wanted, and best part, no mortgage. I'm mortgage free. The only thing I've got to pay are property taxes, and it's a garage. I have no walls. I have no plumbing. I have nothing in there right now. So it is going to be a garage. That's it. With 2 electrical outlets, one for the garage door and one for my van. That's it. So it can't be listed as a home because there's no walls. There's no bathroom. There's no kitchen. That's all contained in Fuzzy. So this is what it is. That is the home. And I chose the galvanized steel roof because Texas sun ain't no joke. If you have a dark roof, it absorbs the UV rays and heat. So with having it the galvanized white, obviously, we all know as van lifers, deflects the UV rays. So I got a lighter building. The only thing that's dark is the trim. I will probably paint the door, the trim, and have the garage door in the brown. I don't know yet. I might have it in a little bit of a darker beige than this, or they call this sandstone. So I'm still thinking one way or another. I don't know. But thank you. When do we start building the living area? Ring that bat phone when you're ready to. Yes. Yes, of course I'll be ringing that bat phone. Because I don't know anything about electrical stuff. So I have to learn how to wire electrical boxes. The electric company will bring the electric to the house. So I have to get a box, and I have to get the breakers, and I have to get all that fun stuff. But from the main panel, I have to then have the breakers for a set of, like living area, garage, living area, bedroom. I have one as an office, bedroom 1, bedroom 2. Technically, the way that I'm designing it, that if I ever sell it, My storage room that is a 10 by 10, I can put a wall in the middle and it will become 2 walk-in closets. So then I can sell it as a 2-bedroom home. I doubt that's going to happen. I'm quite fine. I don't need much. This is more than enough space. I have 1,300 feet here, and that's way more than enough that I need. I mean, I was living in 199 square feet for 3 years and was very happy in a tiny home. So this is like a lap of luxury. But I'll be calling that bat phone. You can better believe it. It started as yes. Yeah, a 1-bedroom studio. I have the plumbing already in there. I have washer and dryer hookups. I have a shower. I have a toilet. I have a sink for the bathroom and the kitchen. I mean, I've already planned those things, but it doesn't mean that I have to get it done right now. I can wait until I get funds. So that is what I'm doing. And I'm going to learn how to, put studs in, how to put in a wall and how to do drywall and how to do all that fun stuff. But first things first is I'm going to hit the road. I'm just going to hit the road and have some fun for maybe a couple months. And then in October, I have the beet harvest, come home, stay for a couple months, and then go to Q for a couple months and, maybe go to the California coast for a couple months. Who knows? I don't know. But I plan on doing a lot of traveling. Just getting out there, my friend. Yay. The cottage. Who's your builder? Mine was Estar. Mine was Safeguard Metal Buildings. That was who I went through Big Building Direct, which was their wholesaler. So they had one person who had 9 manufacturers, and out of the 9 manufacturers, who had the best deal at the time? This building cost $17,000 for a 30 by 50. Even though my wall is not at the end of the 50, I moved it in by 10 feet. It's still a 30 by 50 building. So, and I only wanted 12 feet high. My brother-in-law did a 14-foot high. Why? He wanted to put like a big 5th wheel RV in there or something like that. And I'm like, nah, I'm all set. Fuzzy's fine. She's 8'6" with the roof rack. I got 10 feet clearance. I'm good. That's right. Army Lisa Flynn. Oh, wow. Any relation? Oh boy, you're so, I tell you, not really. See, Stacy, but thank you so much for the compliment. I do appreciate it. But boy, I'm telling you, these last 2 weeks have been crazy. Between the sale of the house, getting ready for, first it was getting ready for pictures. Then it was getting ready for showing. Then it was getting ready for building inspection. And then it was the garage sale. And I'm like, I was so tired. I mean, after 2 weeks and of just running around with the sale of the sticks and bricks and then the building of the actual building, because this took 3 days to do, or 3.5 days to do, or 2.5 days to do. I'm sorry, 2.5 days to do. But the crew that they had was fantastic. I mean, they were very meticulous. They were, all of my metal my metal screws are all in a line because they snapped a line. They even caulked my windows and doors so it would be waterproof because they did the installation of the windows and the doors. So it was, I was like, nope, it's Mother's Day, I'm taking the day off. So today, honestly, I slept for most of the day. Went out with my sister because she's a mom of fur babies. And my kids called me early this morning, which was great. And I went and had breakfast with them, like I do every Sunday morning. And I've been sleeping. I've been catching up on sleep. I'm not gonna lie. Gotta go doggy walk. Oh, okay, Zara. Thanks. Be right back. Yes, to all of us moms, you bet. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And to the fur baby moms too, because they are still our kids. The property taxes will increase, but you probably already know that. Yeah, as soon as you have indoor plumbing, in which I really don't plan on having indoor plumbing because I said I have a sink and I have ways to take my shower and all that kind of stuff in the van. So yeah, I can sprawl out a little bit inside the building, but it's not really necessary for me to get plumbing. It's not necessary for me to get a septic tank at this moment because I can still use my 5-gallon bucket and be happy. I'm all right with it. I do it in the van, so why wouldn't I do it in the house? I'm fine with that. But all my stuff will be there, my furniture, I can, do all that. Electricity has to come in just because I need to hook up Fuzzy. She won't be getting solar because she won't be out in the elements anymore. Thank you. And so that's what's going on in that way. And even if the property tax is the most, I'm way out in the sticks and bricks. It is still less than what I pay here at my sticks and bricks. Even for a house on it. So, and I'm not having a house. It's listed as a garage because it is a garage. So, yes, all the moms here. Oh, there are so many trees. As you saw before, I had so many trees cut down and I had to, have to kind of like cut them up. So we're actually looking at a local mill. They take a cut of because they're pine trees. So they get a cut of the wood, but they'll come and get it. And they'll give us some of the wood. They'll take most of it, but they'll give us some of the wood. And I might put some hardwood floors of my own trees there. Why not? So who knows? Who knows? But there's probably a good 20 or 30 trees that I had to take down. And that's what my building is currently sitting on. Yeah, I'm not going to. This is my final home. Because my van is my home. This is more my home base. So I am perfectly happy with this. When I just want to get off the road for a few, come home for a couple months to do some work or whatever, that's, this is my home base. This is where my stuff is, but it's not home. Home is going to be on my wheels. It's fuzzy, and I'm okay with that. I don't know. And that thing still rattles. The next thing is to get is in case anybody doesn't know, the fire extinguisher. Wonderful Tim there measured, put the dot in twice to make sure he had the right plan for what was sitting on the countertop. And somehow when he screwed, when he made the hole into my frame, not the frame, but the wall of my van, which was metal, it now sits crooked. So the little end of it goes tap, 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 tap. I had to put something underneath it just to make it stop rattling while I was driving down the road. So, and it's just ever so slightly off, but it's off. And it's like, that's all he hears. Tap, 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 tap. That's when I know I got to really go back in there and make sure that I have a little piece of, looks like a t-shirt, but it's cloth. And I put it under there to make sure that it doesn't tap while I drive. So that is the fire extinguisher fiasco he's talking about. I know. My kids checked in and it's exactly, I just crashed. I crashed. I totally agree with you. I saw that Batman. Yeah. Rose side. There's always possibilities. Oh, Lord. No, it's one of those the one, it's like a spray can. It's almost like a spray can, a spray paint. It's a spray paint can extinguisher, not one of those big, huge ones. It's just, it's for the kitchen. It's a small, I have the ProMaster City small little thing. If you're going to have a fire in there, it's going to be right there. So it's the size of a paint, spray paint can. I got to see. Aww. To the grandsons and talk to my one adopted son today. Nice. It's always so good. Always so good. That's an amazing piece. My shell cost $16,000 8 years ago. Does the cost include the cement too? No. The cement. Understand the land that I have is very soft. And especially when you take out trees and stumps, basically creates a huge depression into the soil. So I had to bring truckloads of dirt into the area, onto the, where my house would be at, so I would not be flooded. So, but in order to have, because it was soft, I have a 2 foot crisscross with rebar, cages, the whole 9 yards. That pad is not going anywhere, but it cost me $20,000. Here's the thing of my thinking. I have always been told, even in just life planning and everything else, if your foundation is not secure and not firm, it will crumble no matter what you build on it. And that's always been my adage on anything that I've overtaken or anything that I have done. If you don't build yourself a good foundation to build a business or to build something or to build physically a property, if you don't have that strong foundation, it's going to crumble. It's going to falter. It's going to sink. It's going to whatever. So I spent the extra money, and went 2 feet deep, had rebar cages in there. I had a crisscross, everything else. That sucker is not moving. It's not cracking. It's not moving. It is really secure. So yeah, I spent a little bit more. I probably spent about $4,000 more. If you would have went 1 foot, it would have been $4,000 less. But I spent the extra money to go another foot. Glad I did too. Nice. Yes, exactly. Fire extinguisher. Yes. Even just a little spray can one. Slightly off and still off. We're all off. Exactly. We're crazy. We want to live in our vans. Yeah. Graham, if I do plant a mango tree, man, you're going to be like, oh my God, she really did do it. Not much. We're just talking about the cost of how much everything was. Yep. Same thing in life. Exactly. If your foundation is not secure in whatever it may be, business, life, whatever, it will crumble. relationships, whatever you want to say. I've always known that, but to actually physically do a building, I knew that too. Your foundation has to be solid. So yeah, I spent the extra money for it. And I'm glad I did, because I don't have a worry now that that's not going to shift. There's no way that it can shift. It's 2 feet down. And you don't think much that 24 inches that big. It is, when you get to concrete in there, it's down there. I was like, wow. Ground up, best plan. Always is. Thumbs up for Lisa, please, and thank you. Oh, thanks, Peg. I do appreciate it. So yeah, that is Dasherville. I mean, that's what it's really come down to. And I've really, the building's up. Sticks and Bricks is sold. I should say under contract. It's not sold until we close. But yeah, as you can tell, I gotta go this way. It's been a very good home. I had some wonderful memories with me and my mom here. Part of me it took me a while to grasp actually leaving this house, was because this was my last venture with my mom. And my mom and I were very close, as you all know. So having to move on from the house, it took a little bit of me getting my head in the game. And that's why it took a little longer. And because I really didn't want to sell. But financially, it's not worth it. It's just, I wouldn't have a mortgage. I wouldn't have the bills that it would take to maintain this. And I wouldn't be in the city under city ordinances. Out there, they don't care. It's your land. You do what you want on your land. I'm like, okay. They really have no ordinances because it's out there in the boonies. And well, I mean, it's not really in the boonies. I'm 15 minutes away from Walmart, for goodness sakes. It's not like that far. So, I mean, heck, it took me 2 hours to get across LA, for goodness sakes. I was in Pasadena. For me to get from Pasadena to Santa Monica was at least an hour and a half. Crazy. So 15 minutes to Walmart is not that big of a deal, people. So excited. I'm excited, and the next couple of weeks is really going to be interesting because, like I said, next week I have to get a garage door. I have to get somebody to install it. I do have to get electricity into Dasherville, as well as spray foam insulation. So there's going to be a lot of money going out. Spray foam insulation is $9,000, but it's also 2-inch spray foam insulation, 3 inches on the roof. So it's, that's a lot, but it seals my building and I don't have to worry about condensation. Having a dehumidifier in there during the summer, and I'm good to go. So that pretty much is it. Once that happens, the electricity and the doors and the insulation, I can move all my stuff in. The best part of the way that I did this was being able to pack everything in, that I only have to take one U-Haul truck, put it all in the U-Haul truck, bring it over, drop it off, and drop off the U-Haul, and I'm done. It is just basically boxing up everything else in that I have out, which isn't, as you can see, not that much left. Yeah. And the garage sale, I made like $350 from the garage sale. So that was nice. I was like, yeah. But we were selling things, $5, $10, a printer for $10. And it was an all-in-one HPE one, or this or that, $3, $2. Oh, how about the lot for 10, we had so many things just fly out, and that's fine. So whatever's left is going to go to the women's shelter first, and then Goodwill donation for the rest. they'll have their first pick, and then Goodwill for the rest for taxable donation. And we will call that a day. So that'll be all gone. So I'm pretty excited. People start buying up land out there. You may not be remote. I know, and that is what I'm planning on. So usually when you purchase a land, especially, here's the thing. Cleveland is south of me and Livingston is north of me. So when people start overpopulating the cities, they usually come out, right? They come into the, go out to the neighboring cities. Me buying the land now, when it comes time that if I pass or whatever, and my kids now have it, inherit it, and they want to sell it or whatever at market value, even when I put this building up, it already increased it more than what I paid for it, just by putting a building up. And even though it's just a garage, it's plumbed, it's just not hooked up. So having that alone, I could turn around and sell this for over, 3 times as much as I paid for it. So even though the rest of the acre isn't even developed or touched, doesn't matter. It's the building itself. So land is just going to get more in my favor. My sister's literally probably 300 steps away from me. She has a huge, I think it's 4,000 or 5,000 square foot home, double home, whatever. Huge home. So she has that. Good for her. Me, I'm happy in my van and my little homestead. Call it a day. Yeah, a mile in the big city. Exactly. Seriously. I agree with you. Aw. Happy Mother's Day. Aw. Yes, I do want 200. Yes, that is definitely. And I'm not having AC. I will have mini splits. I had that in the tiny house, very efficient. I never used the AC. I only used the defrost, and especially here in the Texas winter, and it did me just fine. So I will be installing mini splits in my unit. I won't be doing AC. I think they're energy hogs, and HVAC systems, they're all energy hogs versus a mini split. I was at a campground, even, for my tiny house. Everyone was paying close to $700, $800 for electric for their site because they had AC running in their RV. And me, they came up to me and they says, "You owe $40. Now everyone looked at me like, how in the hell did you get I ran my dehumidifier and not my AC. So yeah, I strongly believe in the mini splits. Yay, CC Camper Lady. Cheryl. Everybody's waving. Cheryl is huge. Then the good part of selling garbage stuff. Oh, garage sale stuff. So cheap, easy, the person buying. Yes. Yeah. And that's just it. There was this one person that really wanted, I had a German Bierstein musical box that my mother had, but the handle broke off of it. And they looked at it and put it down. They looked at it and put it down. They looked at it and put it down. I said, here's a gift. Just take it. There was a little girl who wanted, my mother was doing very delicate doilies, crocheting. So I had a box of all of her yarn, her crochet yarn. And a little girl came over and she wanted to buy one roll. And I said, well, what are you going to use it for? She said, well, I want to make friendship bracelets. I said, oh, okay, that's a good idea. I said, they're very thin though, but you can do that. Just double up your layers, because me being a jewelry person doing it myself. So And I gave her 5 rolls. Just, here, take it, have a gift. She's like, you don't want any money? I said, no, 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 go ahead. So when people need it, my mother had a lot of mobility health equipment, and one of my neighbors down the street apparently had a surgery and needed, the bedside commode, the shower chair, these things that go on the shower that, stick so you have a handle on it, and all that kind of stuff. And so, and the drive, all this kind of stuff that they had. And I think I sold the whole lot for like $20. Now, if she would have bought all that stuff, it would have cost over, $150 worth of everything. And I'm like, no, $30 alone just for the, commode. Like, no, I think I gave her $10, $10 for the whole thing. She had a walker, and yeah, she had like several different things. So, what comes around goes around. I didn't need it. What was I going to do with it? And at least I know somebody, was down the street from me. They could use it. I gave it to them. Absolutely. So I was pretty happy at that fact that it's, going to somebody in need. So I have to agree with that comment. Entirely. But anyways, so that is pretty much what had been happening this week. The house is now under contract. Building inspector appraisers have been done. Everything's been done. The counteroffer's been made. Everything's been done. And now it's just moving out of my sticks and bricks, moving into the van, and then moving into Dasherville now that the building is up. Now this week I'll probably be contracting out, like I said, the garage door people and the spray foam insulation people. So I will definitely be doing that. But I think I have to also get the electric first, because I think the garage door people are going to need the electricity for the door opener. So more than likely, I will probably have to have electricity first, then the door, then the spray foam insulation. I know, right? Thanks, Tim. Yep, I'm going to call it a night, everyone. That's basically all I got. So you know that those are some big news events on both fronts. I've been working my tail off for the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. I'm going to put a couple shorts out at least so you guys can see some of the progress and things that have been done. But yeah, house is under contract. Dasherville building shell is done. Now it's just, doing the finalizations to make it secure. And then I move in and of course, epoxy de-cement. And then I start moving in and getting out of sticks and bricks. That does it for this week. So thanks everyone for showing up with me, chatting with me. Happy Mother's Day again to all my mothers. Pray that you all stay safe. Give your hugs to your kids. Show them the blessings that, they are loved and they love you as well, whether they choose to say it or not. Your fur babies just as are important as your children are as well. My companions here, Zeus and Lucky, I live alone, so they give me my companionship and I take care of them. They take care of me. So happy Mother's Day to everyone. Please be safe out there. Thank you so much. Please hit the thumbs up and like. Sure, if you'd like. Thank you so much. Until next week, hope to bring you some more good news, but we will find out. Life is crazy. Murphy's Law, everything else, who knows? Just praying that everything stays safe this week. Thank you so much, everyone. If you are a content creator, please leave a C If you're watching the replay and are interested in some of the individuals that are here on this chat, go ahead and click on their photo and then go to the option of go to their channel and subscribe. Go ahead. We have a great community here. I love you all so much. Yay, yay, yay. As things get moving along. I hope to be on the road at least. Well, I have to be up in Rhode Island mid-June. So from mid-June to probably mid-July, I will be up on the East Coast. Yay. So I haven't been up to Bangor, Maine. I haven't been up to Canada. I might even try those, during that time. It is the summer months after all. Why not? So stay safe. Always, everyone. Hey, stop dreaming it and start living it. Bye, everyone. Stay safe. See ya.